Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and it looks like Death Knight eyes have gotten updated yet again for the patch 8.3. It's actually super exciting that Blizzard is continuing to iterate on Death Knights when it comes to their eyes, and this really goes into the customization that we'll have in Shadowlands. They're making some of the updates for Death Knights right now to add to some of the customization that will be in the future of the game. In a sense, Death Knights and allied races for Death Knights are like a Shadowlands pre-order bonus. If you pre-ordered Shadowlands in patch 8.3, you will be able to play the new Death Knights, the new introduction, or the new allied races, the new cinematics, and the new story that has to revolve around Bolvar, but part of it is going to be the character customization, so the eyes have to be ahead of their time, so Blizzard wanted to update the Death Knight eyes, as well as the glowy eyes for other races. First of all, the Death Knight eyes are a little bit different. They are, and I get to look at it on PTR, have a little bit extra of this misty, spirity feel around the corners of the eyes. A little bit of like this afterglow, maybe this like spiritual residue coming out of the eyes. Very similar to what you would see in the Demon Hunter eyes. At least some of the people on Discord have pointed out to me it's very similar to how Demon Hunter eyes, when you don't have the sash, there's a little bit of this like fell flame out of them, but here instead it's like a spiritual grass, spiritual thing coming out of the corners of the eyes. And I took a look at it for all the different races. In my opinion, some of them look good, some of them don't look as good. I'll talk about them in a sec, but enjoy the eyes as is. So when taking a look at some of the Death Knight eyes, I like what they were trying to go for, and it does make me ask what more customization could they have for Death Knights. With all the other updates they've done for eye glow in PTR so far, this is kind of like the icing on the cake, and it looks so good on some of the races, but on others it doesn't look quite as easy to see. My favorite were the human, of course, night elves, and dwarves, like the dark iron dwarves, and that eye effect looks insane. But like on Tauren, I feel like maybe it's just too big, maybe it's too easy to see like the pixels in it or something. There's something about it is just not quite perfect, and hopefully Blizzard will continue to iterate on it before the PTR comes out. Also, it should be mentioned that for this PTR, Blizzard added more eye glow changes for night elves as well as blood elves, and it was really difficult for me to tell if there was anything done to night elves and blood elves. Of course, I logged on live and I logged on PTR, and I wish I had a picture, a screenshot of what the eyes were like last PTR cycle. But all I have is the current live version of the game and the current PTR of what the night elf eyes look like, and then the blood elf eyes. Taking a look at night elf eyes, it looks pretty much what it looked like on PTR prior, but I guess Blizzard added more detail into PTR eyes. Of course, first of all, you see that the whole flashlight glow and live completely gone, and it looks more detailed, but it's so difficult for me to tell if there's any update in this PTR patch update. I guess any of you guys are more than welcome to comment below if you see a noticeable difference. Where I did notice a huge difference was with the blood elves, primarily in the males, but also in the females. On the left is the live version of the eye, and on the right is the current PTR with the newest update. Last time on PTR, Blizzard took the live version of the eyes and subtracted the flashlight glow in front of the eyes, so it looked pretty plain. But on PTR, it's a lot more defined, and it has this artificial glow. The glow comes from the texture itself. They put a lot more effort, a lot more detail into it to make it feel like it has a glow without having to add any specific effects over or in front of the eyeball. This so far has been a really cool update in terms of the customization that we are to get in the next patch. Some of you guys have wondered, what is the likelihood of Death Knights getting red eyes or green eyes as a symbolism to like what spec of Death Knight they are. You know, Bolvar having red eyes, Arthas having blue eyes. What is the possibility that Death Knights could have different colors for their eyes? I think it'd be cool. I don't know if Blizzard will actually go ahead and do it. I think they'll stick with the old school blue that is kind of known, tried and true for Death Knights. But red eyes for Blood Death Knights, I feel like would be insane. It'd be kind of vampiric, and in a sense, aren't Blood Death Knights basically vampires with a massive two-handed sword? Thank you guys so much for checking out this update on patch 8.3. This was super cool to check out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts about everything we have here, and I'll see all of you guys in another one.